So jamming, you know what, I've been down to there's some great jamming things happening in Melbourne. We've got a great blues society which runs a Tuesday night jam, which a lot of the young blues guys and girls get down to. There's some good players coming up through the scene. But you can't help but to notice, when everybody gets up on the stage together, there's two things that are obvious to me. And one is that I realise that it's quite a skill that people learn just from general experience, to be able to play and listen at the same time. Now it sounds completely obvious. It sounds like, oh yeah, sure, I'm listening all the time. But generally speaking, I see lots of people on all instruments stare at their fretboard or the drum kit or the keys or whatever they're playing and almost block out the whole world. And when I see young bands who are still working on things like timing and things like that, I believe, right or wrong, I believe that it's got more to do with the fact that they actually turn off their ears and focus on their instruments so heavily. So there's this real Gemini thing you've got to learn, which is actually to be playing, and I guess that's just an experience thing also, where you can actually play and actually be listening to everybody else in the band. Now, one thing that I point out often, if you read a sheet music, if I get a chart to play for a gig or a session, they will say to me, okay, here there's 24 bars, just comp along, or comp here. Now, I say to people, do you know what comp means? Usually people don't know what it means, which is more perplexing, but the word comp is short for complementary playing. And complementary playing means that you play to make the lead instrument, or the vocalist, whatever it may be, you play to make them sound good. So you are complementing them. So if everybody was to take this idea on board of complementary playing, in an ensemble, in a jam, let me tell you, it works out a lot better. And what that means is, as I touched on earlier too, pick velocity and things like that. If you are playing for a rowdy part of the song, you might be hitting the instrument kind of hard, but when somebody is coming up and playing something or singing a lead line, I think it makes sense for the dynamic of the jam or the band that you lay back.